dang it. Dang it, just one little thing. Welcome to the 15th Floor, a Radiohead reaction podcast, where a Gen X father tries to convince his Gen Z son that Radiohead is the greatest band of all time by introducing him to Radiohead songs one at a time when he reacts for the first time and I react for the millionth time. I'm not doing it again, even though I said racked. But I will thank everybody for the few of you who watched the role reversal. You might not be an Imagine Dragons fan, or maybe it's a boycott against Imagine Dragons or a boycott against our channel. I don't know. But those don't get as many views. It's Jacob trying to show me what song he likes. You should support that. And to see if I like it. And they're good songs. But I'm realizing more that people really like their stuff, and they don't like going outside of their stuff. Yeah. But explore a little bit. Enjoy. It's good music. We always appreciate being able to read your comments. They're always very positive. We really like seeing the same people comment. It lets us know that we're being watched, and that sounds creepy. We've noticed there's still comments. People are concerned, Jacob. They're concerned on your behalf that... maybe on my behalf, that I'm never going to convince you that Radiohead is the greatest band of all time. You have to hear these songs over and over again. And I think we've talked about this. I don't think we think the purpose of the channel is for you to finally one day, episode 55, say, it's it, that's it, I have to admit, Radiohead's the greatest band of all time. It's really about me introducing you to Radiohead.
Yeah. It's me respecting your opinion that Radiohead is the greatest band. I'm never going to say that there is a better band than Imagine Dragons.
Whoa. Open your mind.
And you're never going to say that there's a band better than Radiohead.
That's probably
But
true.
I'm going to respect your opinion.
There are bands that compete very closely to Radiohead, but they don't pass them. If you are watching this channel as someone like Jacob, who you don't know Radiohead, and you're being introduced to it one song at a time, I hope you're enjoying that. And I hope I don't expect you to finally type one day, you've convinced me, Radiohead's the greatest. I just hope you're getting to appreciate this is really a great band, and I see why people like it. And the next time someone says, have you ever heard of Radiohead? You can say, actually, yes, I've heard a lot of these songs, and I know they're great songs, and I love how they do this, that, and the other. So I'm hoping you're getting more out of it than just me trying to force on my son my will. You love Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
And in a couple years, when you grow out of that phase... you'll have Radiohead to fall back on.
I was your age when you listened to Radiohead. You have not gone out of that phase. It's going to happen to me with Imagine Dragons.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Thanks to recommendations from Snekanoke, CHCH Kia, again, boom. See, that guy. Her, she, him, them. Funny Monkey and Bubble Rube. That we're going to do, per their suggestion, 2 + 2 = 5 from 2003's Hail to the Thief. Hail to the Thief, so if you remember from the There video, or if you're a big Radiohead fan, you know that this is 2 + 2 = 5, co-titled The Lukewarm. We won't get into a ton of it right now, but, well, I'll just tell you 2 + 2 = 5 is it's an Orwellian phrase from 1984, and we'll talk more about what the song's about and what the whole album is kind of about. And The Lukewarm is from Dante's writings, and Tom York has something to say about that. But just like There, I'll tell you that There is the title. The Bony King of Nowhere is a fun little parentheses title. Same thing here. This is 2 + 2 = 5, and the parentheses title is The Lukewarm. No one ever says, what do you think of The Lukewarm? In the description, we have Radiohead's 2 + 2 = 5. We do that in every one of our videos, but I keep failing to mention, please, if you've not heard this song before, please listen to this song. Maybe pause it now and listen to the song, and then when we're reacting to it, you'll know what we're reacting to, because for YouTube purposes, we don't play the entire song. But these songs deserve to be listened to. In fact, you know what? Just download it, put it on your phone, and listen to it in your car. That's probably the best thing to do. And listen to it until the next video comes out. That's probably the way I would do it. Wink, wink. And if you haven't done that with the other songs, I really encourage you, don't just go off of our reaction to the snippets we play. Give the song its full credit. Listen to the whole thing. That's what Jacob does, and then he reacts, and we go from there. Jacob, what do you know about 2 + 2 = 5?
It must be popular.
You think so?
I mean, a lot of suggestions.
A lot of people suggested it, and that's only 4 of the however many people suggested it. Okay, without further ado, let's do 2 + 2 = 5.
I want to say the same thing I say for every intro, and that is, it is a simple intro. But I know it's not like... When I say simple, I mean it's not like upbeat, it's exciting, it's all that stuff. Like, that is a good intro where it's getting you ready for the song.
Yeah, they're not trying to sell you on the song with just the intro. Yeah, and you've said simple before, and people don't love that when you say it, but you're not saying, oh, anybody could do that.
No.
Before the music starts, you can hear Johnny plugging in his guitar and saying, we're on. And then there's arguments whether it's Colin or Tom. It's Colin saying, that's a good way to start a song, Johnny, or something like that. You can barely hear them say that. Then the music starts, and that's just an arpeggioed chord, which is classic Radiohead. They love their arpeggios.
Are you such a dreamer to put the world to rights? But two and two always makes a five. Sandbag and hide. January as April showers and two.
I can understand what he's saying, and I don't know what it is, but I just really like it when I understand what they're saying. When it comes to a song, it just sounds more like a song to me, which obviously that's different for everyone. I don't remember how There went. Maybe I'm thinking of a different song, but this sounds like same there. It's just like They're There. It's eerie. It's mysterious, kind of. Just the way he's singing it, just the way the guitar's going. It's interesting.
Yeah. What is very interesting about what we've just heard, and you're going to hear it in the next section too, is the unusual harmonies, which is what's getting you to think eerie. That's very strange harmony, and in the studio, that's Tom harmonizing with himself. But in live versions, that's Ed O'Brien harmonizing. And Ed O'Brien has mentioned that what Radiohead likes to do is make different music. And sometimes what you have to do to make things sound different is just try unusual harmonies. And I think he gives the example of the Beatles. You know, these are harmonies we're so used to, and your brain is programmed to hear those harmonies that it just sounds, even though the songs aren't the same, you're trained to think this is how music's supposed to sound. The harmonies are just unusual intervals for the harmonies. And then later there's harmonies where they're just singing an octave different. And that's not harmony at all. I think historically groups, the Everly Brothers, who do very classic harmony, Queen, of course, their harmonies. Radiohead tries unusual harmonies, and I'll edit that so it's not me talking for 5 minutes about harmonies.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's the devil's way now. There's no way out. You can scream, you can shout. It is too late now.
I guess I might need to hear a little bit of that next part, but I feel like that would be a good bridge. You just feel like it's going to get you pumped up, and then hopefully it's like
It's going to get awesome.
yeah.
you can already, you feel something coming.
Yeah.
Because it's that rapid fire that Johnny's doing right there on the guitar, and it's you're leaning in. What?
Because that might be meditation, yeah, I might be paying attention, yeah, I might be paying attention,
The bridge worked perfectly. I know why people suggested this now, because it's an upbeat, it's a rock song, and that's what I like, and
it sucked you in. Speaking of song structure, it's really a 4-part song. It's never going to go back to a previous part. It's just going to progress through these 4 parts. The first part was the most unusual as far as time signature and stuff. It's 7/8 or 7/4, and then from there on out, it's common time and not very very interesting, but a much more classic rock keys time signature. Excuse me.
Yep, I know why people suggest that song. It's a good song. It's the first that I've heard upbeat. I would love to listen to this at a concert song.
Yeah. When you hear that, it starts off on a little hi-hat by Phil, and then that simple arpeggioed chord. I think it's a drop down D. Doesn't matter. You don't care. I just think lyrically this song is so unusual. It matches the unusual intervals in the harmonies. It matches the unusual structure of the song laid out in 4 parts rather than verse, chorus. And it sets up emotionally an album that's an uneasy feeling album. 2 + 2 = 5 again is reference to 1984 by George Orwell, and really is clear. This is about being told something over and over again until you believe something that's not true. Being told by the man that this is how it is. Even though you know that's not how it is. Very applicable in all societies, I think. No matter what kind of archy you live in, I think people can kind of relate to this. But it has a much more dystopian feel if you know the context of 1984.
Is that like the book? Or
the book, yes. This album comes in the wake of 9/11 and the War on Terror, which was something that Tom York was very uncomfortable with and had a lot to say about. And so there's some political leaning songs in this album for sure, and that doesn't bother me one bit.
Just rambling like Grandpa.
Yeah, that's right. What would you give for a score on 2 + 2 = 5?
Probably an 8.5. I said that I like upbeat song. I prefer upbeat songs more than calming songs, and I still do. So like when I listen to this, I still prefer this over a lot of other Radiohead songs that are calm and easy.
Imagine Dragons is stadium rock. They are there to pump you up. Radiohead is going to take you in and out of all your emotions. If I'm to get you to understand the emotion that music can take you through, and of course we don't get to hear the whole album. You can hear the whole album on your own, and go through all the different emotions that going up and then coming down and then dropping even lower, then coming up and then maybe getting really exciting. But Radiohead is going to take you through a lot of those different things. It's not going to stay on that high. You like being on the high. You like being the high energy stuff. I mean, Radiohead fans are going to give you lots of comments on that, and hopefully they're nice about it. But they're oh, how dare you compare them to Imagine Dragons? You're not. You're just saying you like upbeat stuff, so when it gets upbeat and exciting, you can feel yourself rocking out to a little bit more.
And eventually I have to show you more non-upbeat Imagine Dragons stuff. And like you said, that the non-upbeat stuff kind of puts you through these emotions and stuff like that. And Imagine Dragons non-upbeat stuff, that's what it does for me. It puts me through emotions because I listen to Imagine Dragons a lot and I understand what they're saying a lot. Radiohead I almost never listen to in my free time. So at the first time listen, it's really hard for me to be put myself into his what he's trying to make me feel.
Yeah, and even though this is the lead track, there's nothing before it on Hail to the Thief. This is the first track. But you don't know where these songs go, the track listing, excuse me. And you don't know what came before, and you don't know what comes after. And so you're looking at it in a small box, which a lot of people said, oh, this is a tough way to do things. We know. It's just me showing my son music I like. And him reacting, and it is a matter of life and death, but we don't have to take it that seriously. Pictures, yep. So this is my son's picture. He drew on the far left is a teacher telling everyone that 2 + 2 = 4, and a student agreeing with it, and then another person saying 2 + 2 = 5, and another person citing that says Jaden is right. Jaden apparently I asked him. Jaden is the guy that says 2 + 2 = 5, and so you've got one person and a teacher saying 2 + 2 = 4. But once you get two people saying the opposite, suddenly you've got conflict. It's not just outnumbered. Hey, 2 + 2 = 4. You're wrong. Now they can argue with each other and disagree, and now we've got conflict. So he understood that. Notice that these are black and whites today. There's no color today. I don't know why they decided to go black and white on me. And then her picture is two people. It says you, it's fine, you're all right. Me, no, it's not. And I, in talking to her a little bit about this, she just said that that's what the song reminded her of, and she's actually quite correct. Being told something that is not true. I think pretty good representations.
Yep.
Yeah. I will say that the boy usually has his drawn within a minute of the song starting, and she, depending on how much work she puts into it, she waits until it's over, and then she has it done within about 30 seconds of it finishing. Sometimes she wants to put more color in, that sort of thing.
I couldn't help but notice that there's no sun.
Yeah, he has abandoned the sun motif. You can say, oh, in the early days of Monet, this is what he was doing, and then as time went on, Monet changed, and you can see the same thing with my son. Very Monet-esque. Keep sending in those suggestions. There are a couple albums we haven't even gotten to yet. I have to admit, I was going to go to Amnesiac today, but then I just enough people have recommended 2 + 2 = 5, and I know that the upbeat songs are doing better, and so I thought I'm going upbeat. So that's what we did. Eventually, we're going to have to get to the ones that aren't loud and thumpy and arena rocky all the time, and don't have big climaxes and crescendos, and you're just going to have to appreciate the music for the layered magnificence that it is. So prepare yourself for that.
I'll try.
Yeah. Please like this video, comment, say something nice. Please share it with your friends. Continue to watch all our videos. We really appreciate it. It's been a lot. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy doing it. Continue to love one another. Keep listening to music together. You're now leaving
the 15th floor.